Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about the performance of the AMD Radeon RX 7600, a graphics card that's been generating a lot of controversy. Let's see how it performs. First of all, I'm using the RX 7600 with a Ryzen 4600G, which at a certain point, limits the graphics because the processor supports only up to PCI Express 3.0, and the graphic card USES 4.0. The RX 7600 is based on the Erdynea 3 architecture and features 2048 shader cores, 128 texture mapping units, and 64 render output units. It has 8GB of GDDR6 memory and a 128-bit memory interface. One of the most criticized things about the RX 7600 is its price, which on Amazon is around $240 or $260. Although it may seem an affordable price, it costs $60 or $80 more than the RX 6600, which although it is less powerful than the RX 7600, it is much cheaper, and the difference in power is not so much. Some advantages of the RX 7600 compared to the RX 6600 are: higher memory clock speed. The RX 7600 has a memory clock speed of 2250 MHz, whereas the RX 6600 has 1750 MHz. Greater memory bandwidth. The RX 7600 provides a memory bandwidth of 288 GB per second, while the RX 6600 offers 224 GB per second. Higher texture fill rate. The RX 7600 has a texture fill rate of 339.8 texels, versus the RX 6600's 279 texels. Higher effective memory speed. The RX 7600 features an effective memory speed of 18,000 MHz, compared to 14,000 MHz for the RX 6600. Also, the RX 7600 is better in productivity than the RX 6600, for example editing videos, making renders, and mainly recording videos. Because with the AMD 7000 series the AV1 video codec was added, which is quite good. Now let's gonna see the performance in some games. In Grand Theft Auto 5 we can get 70 or 75 FPS average, with the max graphics on 1080p. Which is the resolution for which this graphic card is designed. Now let's see in 144p. In 144p the graphics card is more stressed, so the FPS decreases a lot, from being between 70 or 75 FPS on average, now to being between 45 or 50 FPS on average. Now let's see in Blood Strike. In Blood Strike with max graphics, and in 180p, I get 144 FPS average, but it remains stable at 165 FPS. Now let's see in The Forest. In The Forest with max graphics and in 180p, I get 88 or 90 FPS average. Let's see in 144p now. In 144p the game runs similar to in 180p. The average FPS are 78 or 82. Now let's see in Dirty Rally 2.0. Dirty Rally 2.0 and max graphics on 180p run very good. The average FPS are 108 or 112. Now let's see in 180p. In 144p the game runs with 82 FPS and 75 or 80 FPS average. Now let's see the conclusion. I am going to divide the conclusion into 3 parts. First, is this graphics card worth the price? Second, it is better to buy an RX 7600, an RX 6600, or an RTX 4060, and finally if it is a good graphics card to make videos, stream. First, is the RX 7600 worth the price? And in my opinion the answer is yes, but it depends. It depends on the price at which you find it, because if you find it close to the price of a 4060, I would not buy it because the 4060 is superior to the RX 7600 both in games, because it has ray tracing and DLSS, which is superior to FSR. And in productivity it is superior. It has the NVENC video codec, which is one of the best video codecs. But on the contrary, if the price is close to $200, I would buy it since it would be the ideal price for this video card. In fact, in my case I found it on offer at about 230,000 Chilean pesos, which is about $130. So in my case it was profitable. Second, is it a better idea to buy an RX 6600 or an RTX 4060 instead of an RX 7600? As I mentioned earlier, it depends on the price you find it at, how much money you are willing to spend, and what you plan to do with the graphics card. If you just want to play video games and don't have much money, the RX 6600 is the best option because for a low price you can play all the games you want at 180p with high or medium graphics settings. If you find the RX 7600 at a price between $200 and $260, I would buy it because it is a very good graphics card for playing any game at 180p at maximum graphics settings, and also some games at 144p with balanced settings. Additionally, it is also useful for productivity tasks like recording videos, editing videos, and creating renders, etc. And last, to conclude this point, the RTX 4060 is superior to the RX 7600 in many aspects, so if you find a 4060 at a good price, I would prefer to buy the 4060 over the RX 7600. Speaking of the RTX 4060 or RX 6600, if you like this type of video, I can also do an analysis of those previously mentioned graphics cards. Third and last, is the RX 7600 good for making videos and streaming? For making videos, it is quite good. In fact, the background videos are recorded with this graphics card, and they can be appreciated as smooth and with good quality. However, for recording heavier games, I recommend optimizing the recording program. As for streaming, I am not sure yet, but by December, if everything goes well, I will finish the setup, buy a microphone, and change the processor to a Ryzen 7 5570X3D. I will start streaming with this graphics card, so for streaming, I am not sure if it will perform well. This has been all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If I made any mistakes, feel free to correct me in the comments. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Apologies if my English isn't perfect. I am Spanish, and my English is quite basic, so I used a translator for some parts. I prefer to make content in English because it can reach a larger audience. Also, don't forget that if you need a thumbnail or a banner, visit my Fiverr profile. Without further ado, see you in the next video.